Hi, bienvenidos to my YouTube channel. My name is Ellie and this is the Ellie Effect. And today I'm coming at you with my March wrap-up video. If you guys have seen my March book haul, if you haven't, I'll go ahead and link it here. I'll go ahead and link it somewhere. I went through a lot of books. These are my first videos of books. I took about a year hiatus. I burned myself out reading romance books because I love me a good romance novel. However, that is all I read. So yeah, I got burnt out. It happens. I slowly wanted to get back into it. However, the book I decided to get back into the swing of reading was the worst book I could have ever picked. I'll go ahead and leave that book for last. I have 4 books to talk to you about, and the reason is because I started reading in the middle of March, so I didn't really get the whole month to read, but I still consider it a wrap-up since I did read. All of my social media and my Goodreads will be down in the description bar below if you guys want to follow me. That was a really long intro. I'm sorry. I just like to connect with you guys. So let's get into what I have read in the month of March, which are these 4 right here. Obviously, if you see these books, you already know which one I started out with. So let's go ahead and start off with the smallest of them all. And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. So I had been hearing a lot about this book. Agatha Christie, she is well known for being a mystery writer. The way that she wrote this book, I struggled a little bit in the beginning to get into the story. So when I finally got into it, this book is so short, the ball goes rolling quickly. This follows 10 people. They are all given an invitation to go to this particular island. This heavily revolves around the poem of 10 Little Soldiers. It used to be named something else, which I'm not gonna get into, but it counts down from 10 to 1 on how these little soldiers are dying, basically. And in this island, these 10 people are dying the same way the soldiers are dying in the poem. So this is a mystery. This is my first Agatha Christie novel that I've ever read. So I was really impressed of who did it. I did not know who it was. I didn't see it coming. It was a great twist for me, and I was very pleasantly surprised about this. I think I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I truly recommend this book. It's a really fun read, and you can get through this quickly. It's really short. It's 300 pages, so it goes quickly. My next one is by Sherry. Oh my gosh, if you saw my book haul video, I am the worst with names, and I am so sorry. I don't mean to butcher it. I know how much that sucks because my first name gets butchered all the time. I am so sorry. Sherry Lapena, and this is The Couple Next Door. So this was another fast read for me. I devoured this book. This is also like a suspense, thriller, mystery type book. It follows the characters Anna and Marco, and they are at a neighbor's house at a dinner party when they go back to their own house and find that their baby is missing. This whole book is basically them trying to find their daughter. I guessed the plot twist. I think I rated this 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, or 3 or 4 stars, one of the two. It was entertaining, but one, it made me mad how I was like, why would you leave your kid in your house to go to a dinner party? That was one of the points of contention that I had. I just couldn't fathom leaving my child in my house to go to a dinner party. But you can see in this book how Anna she deals with that. She's very much like, oh my God, this was a mistake. Basically, the whole book after that is trying to figure out where Cora is, what happened. There's some things in here that I was just like, what? Like, what? Why? I'm not gonna spoil anything. If you want something entertaining, I highly recommend this book. if you guys want to go ahead and get into like a mystery thriller, this one's a good one. Next up on my wrap-up is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. Oh my god, I rated this a 4. This is a psychological thriller. This follows Jack and Grace Angel, where they are a married couple, and basically they have the perfect marriage on the outside, but on the inside it's completely different. The way that this story is written from the present perspective, and then she jumps to the past on how Grace met Jack, and Grace has a disabled sister, a little sister who has Down syndrome. Her sister plays a huge role in this book. You don't really get a twist. It's not really a twist because the whole book is basically how deceptive these two are in public. Like, there's some sinister stuff that happens. I read this pretty quickly. I was hooked. You follow the point of view of Grace and how she's struggling with her situation that she's in with her husband. I highly recommend this book. I really do. There's a lot of people from what I've seen on BookTube that are like mixed on this book. It's like either you love it or you hate it. I'm one of those people that I love this book. I would say that the thing that bothered me the most though about this book is how she got so annoyingly weak sometimes, and it irritated me. But other than that, I love this book. This book was so good. Okay, next up, it's gonna be controversial because you either love this book or you hate this book. It by Stephen King. And this is the book that I decided to start my rereading in. Holy crap, was that such a mistake. This thing is freaking huge. Do you see this? It's like 1,100 pages. When I finished this book, I was like, what year is it? I have no idea. Do we have flying cars? I don't know. Where have I been? Apparently I've been in Derry. I like reading books that get turned into movies just to see what the differences are and to see if the book is better than the movie. In this instance, I would say that the movie was better. It is the clown Pennywise that has been in pop culture for forever, since it came out in the 80s, 70s or 80s, I can't remember which. Yes, I already knew who Pennywise was. Controversial time. I think I gave this 2 or 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Before you come for me, we all have our different opinions. This is mine. It was very entertaining. However, it did not need to be 1,100 pages entertaining, because most of the stuff that's in this book is complete and total description. You don't need it. Stephen King goes way beyond description. I know the snail that's on the street, the snail's trail on the street. Okay, I get it. You're trying to tell us how Derry is, but you didn't have to do all this. This is extra AF. There's a lot of problematic stuff in this book. I wouldn't say that I'm one of those people that gets very like awkward when someone uses like a cuss word or whatever, but when you're using racial slurs every other part of a sentence, then I have a problem. There's Jewish slurs, African American slurs. There are a lot of stereotypes, like when it comes to Jews and African Americans. It has domestic violence, child abuse. Let's get into it, right? What the hell was that child gangbang scene? Really? What? That was not necessary at all. Also, this girl is really young. She's a child. And whenever she gets scared, you go into depth about how her nipples get hard. I don't care if he wrote this while he was high. I don't care if he wrote this back when it didn't matter because it was more free back then. This is a child. Stephen King is an adult. Oh, that is so gross. There's a lot more problematic stuff in this book. I'm not even gonna get into it. This is a part of my life that I will never get back. There was a lot in this book to take in. Too much description, too many problematic things. It's entertaining for what it is. I can tell you right now, I will never reread this book. I would say tread with caution if you want to read it. Because one, it's gonna take you a while. Two, I was bored to tears in some of these description scenes because I'm like, oh my god, I don't care about the grass and dairy. Can you please get to the part where you explain Pennywise? That's basically the main reason why I wanted to read this book. I wanted to know where Pennywise came from and why. I got my answer in the middle of a bunch of description. I could have DNF'd it, but I'm not one of those people that DNFs. Like, once I start something, I want to finish it. This was like a complete rant, and I'm so sorry. This is just my opinion, and I mean this as a reader who read 1,100 pages worth of a book. I thought this was gonna be totally different than what it was. Some points were just terrible. I gave this a 2 or 3 stars out of 5 on my Goodreads. I know that Stephen King is a beloved author, especially in the horror genre, but Stephen King, you gotta do something about this, man. That was my March wrap up. If you really love it, good for you. I know most of the people love this book. It was too problematic for me to overlook it and be like, oh yeah, this book was awesome. The premise was good. Not my cup of tea. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with me on this beautiful day. My next video should be my April TBR. They're all from my book haul. If you guys want to join me for that, that should be the next video coming up. I'm going to be trying to upload at least once every week. I have a full-time job and I have school, so I'm trying to balance that out with YouTube since YouTube is my hobby. Thank you guys for joining me, and if you guys want to be notified when I do upload, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell button, like this video, share it. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video.